2 minutes, 2 laps. Remember, top 4 is inverted. Good luck.
Alrighty, sorry about that little technical delay. Had a delay bringing up the broadcast. Had the stream key in from a week ago. Forgot to change it, and then I needed to set my mic button here, so I was talking to myself. But we're here for the Pro Late Models here at Eldora right now. We got Dean Reynolds on track, pumping out some laps for us. Let's get a good overview here. Dean's going to be coming out of 4 as he gets ready to lay down his first lap time here. Gonna put him P3 right now. Brandon Templeton's on pole, coming out of 4, his second lap. Let's see if he can get faster here. He currently at a 15.54. No, it's gonna be a 15.72, so he's gonna have to stick with his first lap here. Let's see what Mark Gilbert can do here on the second lap. Does he get faster? And no, he's gonna stay the same. Anthony Morano though gonna move to P2. Tyler Flynn, looking like coming around, is on his second lap. He was P13 the first time around. See if he gets any faster. Doesn't look like it. Let's go to Kurt Schatzer. Or wait, no, Tyler did get faster. He moved up to P6 actually. Ryan Dickens P4, so moves Tyler back. Let's see what Kurt does here. Not any faster, gonna stay P9. Probably going to hear me be quiet for a little bit. I've got to mess around with some buttons here, but
Actually, it looks like we're going to be
we'll get it with you,
the late
and
of,
it's going to be a good show tonight. We just want to make sure we got everything all set and ready for the feature.
Well, if Malachi,
and once again, ignore the weed sport, because we all know I'm the guy who doesn't know how to change that. I've been saying I'm going to figure it out. Have I figured it out? Of course not. So I'm going to have to deal with it for now, but here for
nope, he didn't. So it is
number 1. Let's give you the grid here. It looks like we're going to have Tyler Flynn starting on the pole. Logan Wentz starting on the outside of the front row in P2. Gavin Chatham in the 99 inside of row 2. Outside of him, Brandon Templeton, the guy who got the pole tonight, got those 5 bonus points in the 31, starting P4. Inside of row number 3, Kurt Schatzer in the 218. Outside, Mark Gilbert in the 017. In your last row tonight, starting on the inside of row number 4, going to be Pat Boyce in the 41.
Okay, gang, this is 6 laps. 6 laps front row. You're going to fire together on the front straightaway. Gang, I'll go 1 to go for green here. And you're going to go for the inside lane of the feature starting lineup.
These guys roll around here. Here, pace car should maybe be pulling off this time. Yep, they're gonna get ready to go.
Green, green, green.
As Logan Wentz gonna lead your field to the green flag. Or wait, no, Logan's on the outside. Tyler Flynn gonna lead your field to the green flag, but Logan's gonna try to get him around on the outside. Not gonna be able to get it done as Tyler's able to clear him as he sends it off into 3. He's gonna look to move up high. Wants to cut that momentum down, but meanwhile, Gavin Chatham on the inside, working the bottom the whole way around, trying to move his way on up here, fighting for second. It looks like he's just going to run out of momentum. His B-Temp, Brandon Templeton, going to file high. Contact up front. Brandon tries to go down. Gavin's there. We're 3 wide. Meanwhile, Kurt Schatzer is loving this. He's creeping in 5th place, trying to get Gavin for 4th, trying to get that final transfer spot. Not sure if we're going to have a consolation tonight or not. Didn't see the car count. I don't believe so with 8. I think if they had 8 and all 3, we'd 24, and we take 24 cars. But still, fighting for that starting feature position, that's going to be a big deal. As Tyler Flynn looks like he's maybe caught on the bottom, not where he's wanted to be tonight. He's been up high. Logan's able to get by, and now Brandon Templeton's looking for second here as we're 2 to go. Tyler Flynn keeping it down on the bottom, not able to really get anything done. Brandon Templeton sending it off into turn 3, looking for a big run. Going to clear him at the line here. White flag. Brandon Templeton looking for a slider. Logan Wentz, can he cross over? He's going to look. He's got his chance here. He's got to send it in. He's going to slide it right back. Can Brandon get a run? He left the door open, but Logan's going to have it. We have a wreck at the line. But your finishing order is going to be Logan Wentz, Brandon Templeton, Tyler Flynn, and that cut off before I could get it. So
came up too much.
Apologies, but we're just getting the top 3 there. But starting grid for heat number 2.
All right, heat 2.
Jeff Barker is going to be your
Jeff
pole
and Patrick, you're going to fire together on the green coming
Patrick
down the front
Spengler going to be outside row number 2, or outside of the front row. Brian Dickens inside of row number 2 in the 122. Outside Anthony Morano in the 32. Inside of row number 3 is going to be Dean Reynolds in the 79. Outside of him, the 083 of Dylan Kinsey. Last row is going to be inside number 7, starting P7, Bob DeGood, and outside of him is going to be the number 50, Malachi Smith. It's going to be a pretty good heat here. Jeff Barker normally likes to run the bottom at places, but I think kind of, if you're watching that heat, notice the top's going to be where it's at. So if Jeff wants to have some success, I believe he's going to need to get up high as soon as he can here, but not the best jump. Patrick Spengler is going to get a good jump in that 39 on the high side. Going to try to keep the 513 of Jeff Barker on the bottom. He's able to do so. Now he's got to send it off into turn 3. Jeff's going to keep it on the bottom. Not going to get a great run off of 4, but enough that he's able to clear. Kind of surprised by that, but not maybe a little contact going into 1 between him and Patrick Spengler. Gets a little loose. Patrick looks up high. Gonna try to keep momentum coming off of 4, but Jess still able to get it done on the bottom. Doing a great job. Haven't seen anybody really able to hang with the high side like that. You're seeing it go away a little bit, but in 3 and 4, he does such a great job on the bottom of riding it real low that he can float it up to the middle and still not really pinch himself on exit. Let's take a lap with Anthony Morano here behind these guys. See Patrick gets a big run out of 2, and he's going to pinch Jeff down a little bit, and I think that's what he's going to need to do to beat him to the line, and he's going to. New leader at the line this time by Patrick Spengler. Jeff's got to try to get on his horse or get up there because it is starting to go away, and meanwhile, Anthony Morano going to take a look to the bottom here in 3 and 4. Not able to get him at the line, but they're side by side. Final lap here, coming through 3 and 4. Not going to be able to get it on Patrick Spengler. It doesn't look like the battle is for 3rd between Brian Dickens and Jeff Parker. Brian Dickens going to head them out. Patrick Spengler, Anthony Morano, Brian Dickens, Jeff Parker, Dean Reynolds, your top 5.
All right, gang, take the full 3 minutes while Zach
and
goes
actually,
on
I thought
we
were going to have 3 heats because we had 8. Normally that means we're doing 3, but only 2 heats, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick little break here at warm-ups. And apologies, I believe I have the old in-between session warm-up interview, but to all the same, we love you and appreciate your sponsorship. And we're back with warm-ups. As you see, another 20 seconds. Let's give you a quick rundown here. You know, it's Brandon Templeton, your top man. Anthony Morano, P2. Brian Dickens rounds out your top 3 there for practice times. Your leaders at a 15.53, Brandon Templeton. Everybody else in the 15.7s. Kind of in his own area code if this track doesn't change a little bit. Gonna need some things to happen to maybe catch up and rough up that guy.
All right, gang, let's grid for the feature, please.
Let's go ahead and
gang,
read you off here your
30 laps.
starting feature lineup for your
Logan
Pro Late
Patrick,
models here on Thursday Night Thunder. Logan Wenson, you're the 118. He's going to be the pole sitter. Outside of him is going to be the 39 of Patrick Spengler. I just realized
right
this
at the
whole
opening
time
there, turn 4 in the pit area. We'll just use that as the restart zone, even when it's single file.
I normally am the racer, not the broadcaster, so apologies for that. Good thing everybody's behaved themselves tonight and stayed out of trouble, because that could have maybe gotten me into some trouble if we heard anything bad. But all right, so we're going to go inside, or we're going to go row number 2 here. We're going to do this as quick as we can. Brandon Templeton in the 31, outside of him Anthony Morano in the 32. Inside of row number 3, Tyler Flynn. Outside, Brian Dickens. Inside of row number 4, Kurt Schatzer, Jeff Barker. To round out the top 10, Mark Gilbert, Dean Reynolds. Round out the rest of the field, 11th, Gavin Chatham, 12th, Dylan Kinsey, 13th, Jacob Brown, 14th, Bob DeGood, 15th, Pat Boyce, and rounding out your field tonight is Malachi Smith. Sorry about the technical errors, so I'm going to have to remember to bring back my sound for the Xfinity. I've done that to myself before. I get into the race, and then I can't communicate with anybody. Got to use teammates, so glad I caught that in time. Hopefully the guys behave themselves and we don't have no call outs, but that shows these guys can behave themselves, because the mics were on. They were good. You know, we need to do that all the time. But here the pace lights, the lights are off, and they're getting ready to play in the clay here at Eldora Speedway. Logan Wentz going to lead your field to the line, but Patrick Spengler is going to get a great run up high on that high side. Let's go to the blimp. We're going to see a lot of action here. 4 wide. The fireworks show's getting in the way here, going down the backstretch. But Logan Wentz is going to look to keep it up front. Going to slide up in front of Patrick Spengler. He's going to be your leader, lap number 1. Back here for the battle for 5th. Tyler Flynn, he was running that bottom in the heat. He had got stuck down there. He's going back here in the feature, trying to make some moves, but the battle is on for the lead. Brandon Templeton looking on the bottom, trying to, not enough room. He had to shut her down, and Logan gets a great run off the corner. And now that really hurt Patrick Spengler. He thought about going down behind B-Temp. B-Temp lost that momentum. Anthony Morano, big run on the outside from 4th to now looking for 2nd, all in the matter of a lap. Logan Wentz, though, man, he can't breathe. He's got Brandon Templeton right below him. The man, Anthony Morano, in the 32 car, one of the quickest cars we got in this league, whether it's big block, small block, pro lates, guys always on the podium, and you see it, looking for 2nd right now. Tell he wants to get it done on the high side, but if he has to go down there, he will. As he saw Brandon Templeton was able to get it done on the bottom, but caution is out. Caution is out. Looks like Jacob Brown possibly. Let's go back and let's take a look at this. So we're going to see Jacob Brown, 713, up high there. Just a little contact in the back of the wall coming out of 2. Oh, yeah, broke the right front. And, you know, that's what you have to do there. Too many drivers try to keep driving that. They get in the wall. The caution doesn't come out because they didn't stop on the track. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. The right front's broke. You don't try to turn down in the pits. Stop, bring the caution out, get your quick repair, just go racing. And that's a perfect example. And you know, you don't see the guy barrel into 3 and 4, ride the wall, roll, not get a caution, and then collect the leaders as they're coming around. He handled that almost exactly how you're supposed to in my eyes. You break that, you just stop, bring it out, no harm, no foul, keep racing. See your leader, Brandon Templeton. It looks like he's going to choose the bottom. Leader does have lane choice, but it seems like he was comfortable down there. We're going to have to see if that changes throughout the race. I know, you know, you do have the bottom for a little bit, but as cars start to go down there, you build that cushion up high, it seems to become a top dominant racetrack. But, you know, since I've been preaching that this whole time, I'm sure we'll see the exact opposite happen tonight to make me look like a real goof here. But lights are off on the pace car here. Coming down the backstretch, we should see old Fred pull in, and Brandon Templeton will fire. Whenever all the 4 tires are off, let's see how good of a jump he gets here in the blimp cam.
Green flag,
Logan
green flag.
went a little early, looked like, but allowed him to maybe hang with Brandon, but didn't beat him to the line. No harm, no foul. They're 3 wide for second. Anthony Morano, Logan Wentz, Patrick Spangler. Patrick Spangler is up there. Hello! Oh, Brandon Templeton did not. No, he was up there, and there's a big one.
Caution, yellow
We
flag.
saw how it happened. We're going to have to go back, watch it. Let's get a couple different angles here. Let's go in Brandon Templeton's car. Let's ride on board here. See what he sees. This is the roll bar. He's floating up. All of a sudden, Patrick's there. So, you know, if he's not running a mirror, he maybe didn't hear him. But, you know, Patrick was there. Let's go back and let's take a look at Anthony Morano's view here. So he's minding his business down here on the bottom. Slow-mo it here. You see the contact made. Patrick's already there. Brandon floated up a little bit. But Anthony Morano, just nowhere to go. Just hits the left front of Brandon. Helps straighten him out a little bit. But you see he's got to yank it to not go in there and nail the wall. And then just by that point, it's not going to turn anymore. So it's destruction. Dino, lucky to make it through that. Oh, all right. We got to go back and look at this one more time. But we're going to ride on board with Dino here. I want to see how close he was. Riding on board with Dino here. You see him. He goes down. He just sees him coming back up here. With the, oh, and you just see the mayhem. Unbelievable. But that's going to really change up the order up here up front. Patrick Spangler is going to be your new leader. I believe, unless, yeah, Patrick Spangler is your leader. He just prefers that high side. Like I say, it seemed like it was moving towards a top dominant track, and Patrick found the right lane, and he made it work, and we're going to have to rough him up to get him out of the way of that now. He's going to try to stay up there. Guys like Anthony Morano is actually, he's still in the pits, it says, so might be a early night for him.
Green.
Get out. Patrick Spangler, though, able to get it done up high. Big run. I mean, a huge gap already. 7/10 of a second almost in the middle of turn 3 and 4. He's just off into his own land. Let's go back here with Brian Dickens. Let's see. You know, it doesn't help that him and Logan are battling. That's just, it's what's helping Patrick, but it's not helping those guys. But Brian, it seems like he's been able to clear Logan now. We'll have to see if he can go to work on Patrick. But last time by Patrick Spangler with a 15.79, Brian Dickens with a 16.09. So 0.3 of a second. Patrick's got it right. Let's see what he's got here. This roll bar. You can see the gap just increasing. He's entering the corners. He's in the middle of the straightaway. Battle on track though. Dean Reynolds trying to look for 4th place over Mark Gilbert, trying to go up high in that purple people eater. I mean, he's smooth up there. Nowhere he can really go though, as you see. He's got a rear bumper full of Logan Wentz, so he's got to complete that pass. But caution is out. Caution is out. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. Thinking maybe Dylan Kinsey. Let's take a look here. Let's see here. Black and yellow machine. I'm hearing people already getting the wall, so that's why we went slow-mo. Let's see if he runs into something. All right, so you see Jeff Barker. Maybe he was the car on the wall. He's coming down the track. That 513. And yeah, just kind of, you know, nothing he could really do there, Dylan. Just a tough break. All happened so fast, and nowhere you could really go. But Caution came at a decent time there for our man Dino. That's going to put him in P4, and if I believe that's our third caution, so we might get one more attempt at a double file, or this may be single file. If it's a double file, it's going to work out great for him because Patrick Spangler loves that high side. If it's a single file, he's just got to go right back to work. Right now, your biggest mover on track is Dean Reynolds in that 4th place position. He's up 6 spots. Jacob Brown also up 6 spots, but he's in the, sorry, everything's refreshing on me here, as you probably see on your screen as well. Jacob Brown is in the 7th position. As you know, the highest finishing position is awarded the hard charger in a tie-breaking scenario, but looks like we're gonna go single file here for this restart, as the pace car should be dipping off here as we roll through 3. Patrick Spangler can go anytime, and he fires.
Green flag, green flag.
Good start from Brian Dickens, not really letting Patrick go anywhere. And as soon as I say that, Patrick just finds a run out of turn 2 that nobody else can find. Right up against that wall, just really letting it all hang. Yeah, I mean, he's got a gap, 7/10, 1 lap there. So it's just that much higher than everyone else. As you see, the right through does hit the wall. Caution is out. Caution is out. Maybe Anthony Morano. Check this out here. See, right now he's racing. He's on the inside of the 7. Bob the Good. Not sure if, you know, maybe he floated up into Bob. Let's see if we can get a better view. Let's see, we'll go over top here just to get that aerial cam, and then we're gonna slow her down. No, I mean, it looks like he's, if you watch that gray, it looks like he did a pretty good job of holding his line. Bob just maybe entered the corner a little early, you know, like he's used to, and with that car below you, sometimes you got to adjust. That's not really much Anthony Morano can do about that. It's a tough break for him too. I believe he's doing pretty well in the points. Normally, he's always a points contender, but Patrick Spangler now has just been dominating this race. Hasn't really had any trouble. As soon as he was able to get to the high side and get to first place, it's kind of, the race has just gone his way. Keep getting these short little sprints, and as much as it is boring for him, you know, he's able to gap real quick every time, so it's kind of a repetitive thing for him. I mean, he'd probably do it the whole way to the finish as much as he'd like to just get this thing over with, but now we've got 3 people up 6. Gavin Chatham's also up 6 spots, so you know, he's currently behind Dean Reynolds. They're battling for the hard charger, so keep an eye on for the battle for 4th as Patrick Spangler gets a good jump off of turn 4. Restarting halfway. Dickens trying to search that bottom. Not really anything down there though in 1 and 2, but if you're going to do it, you definitely do it on that first lap before these cars are up to speed, because after that, you're going to want to wind them up. But Brian's going back to the middle, and now I'm anxious to see Mark Gilbert back on a run. Now we've got 4 people up 5 spots. Mark Gilbert now up 6. He's kind of the quick man. He's moved it down to the bottom. We've got White 17. Giving Logan all he can handle. Logan is running that high side, but just needs to go a little higher. As you see, Dean is running that almost ideal line right behind him. He's not really getting squirrely. He's keeping the car up there. And Logan is just getting a little too hard in the throttle, it seems like, when he's in that slick. But there, Logan moves up. And you're going to notice this time around 3 and 4 did not get sideways like before. Good grip up there, and that's what he needs. But your leader, Patrick Spangler, second lead. As much as we want to watch you dominate the race, Patrick, we know the battles are going on for third place. Your final podium spot. You can see 5 cars in that picture there. One mistake from any of these drivers could open up third place. Mark Gilbert doing it the hard way on the bottom, not giving up. Might be able to clear him. Nope. Logan's going to get a good enough run. Not going to be able to clear him. Is he going to send it in? Logan's going to get a good run out of 4. Not going to allow him to slide up in front of him. Here's where Mark Kenny can slide up in front of him, break that momentum. Not able to. He's doing a good job of just keeping that left front fender on the right rear coming out of the corners. Meanwhile, as hard as these two are racing too, they are running down Brian Dickens. That is second place in front of them. Contact! Contact between possibly Gavin Chatham, Brandon Templeton. That's broken. So now he's going to have to, this is where he should just do what that other car did. Just come to a stop, Brandon. Save your race, man. Nothing you can do. Patrick Spangler, though, 2-second lead on the rest of the field. Battle is still for third between Mark Gilbert. Oh! See, and that is kind of what we talked about there. I believe that was Brandon. Yeah, you know, that right front broke. He's trying to get it around. Let's see what happens here. Just was able to get out of the way in time of those guys, but you know, that's kind of what I was saying. If you break it there on the backstretch, you got that whole way to go around. You know, you're not going to make it. That's just the sad reality. So there's nothing wrong. That's, you know, in real racing, you saw that right front roll down across the track. No way in heck a caution don't come out there. So there's nothing wrong with sitting that thing there, parking it, getting that caution going in, and you know, getting your work time like they get. Whatever, you wouldn't be guaranteed work time now. In the World Outlaws is we're over halfway, but you know, go in there, fix it up, and save everybody else the heart attack. But yeah, that was a close one. Should be getting the 1 to green here. Yep, lights are off. Patrick Spangler lead him around here 4 more times until we get this checkered flags. Pretty much dominated this show, barring a mistake here on a restart. It seems like it's the Patrick Spangler show tonight, that's for sure. So we'll have to see what he's got for us.
Green, green, green.
Patrick leads into the line. Great jump. Ryan Dickens going to look low. Got somebody looking even lower on him. That's that 017 of Mark Gilbert. We saw him climbing his way up through the field earlier. Now he's in that battle for second with Brian Dickens. Coming here. Now we're actually 4 to go this time by. But the battle here on track is for second. Mark Gilbert trying to give Brian Dickens all he can handle. But Brian's doing a good job. He's running that middle. He's not running that high groove. So Mark is not really able to get a good run, you know, going in the corner. He's got to float it in there. But little contact in the middle of the corner as maybe Mark checks up, lets Brian gather it. But here coming now this time by, 2 to go. Patrick Spangler in a league of his own right now. Loves what he's seeing behind him. Coming out of turn 4 this time by. We'll bring it onto your leader, Patrick Spangler. Gonna get the white flag. The race is official. We are gonna finish this time by. The battle is for second right now between Brian Dickens and Mark Gilbert. Can Mark make a big move here? Not gonna be able to get it done as Patrick Spangler's going to lead him out of turn 4. Second place, Brian Dickens. Third, Mark Gilbert. Fourth, Logan Wentz. And rounding out the top 5 is going to be Kurt Schatzer, Gavin Chatham, Dean Reynolds, Tyler Flynn, Dylan Kinsey, and Bob DeGood. Round out the top 10. Anthony Morano, Jacob Brown, Malachi Smith, Jeff Barker, and Brandon Templeton. Round out the top 15. And last but not least, your 16th place finisher tonight is going to be the 41 of Pat Boys. Well, let's go ahead. That was a heck of a race there for those guys. See if we can't give these guys a minute to hop up here in the waiting room. Definitely heck of a race, though, tonight from these guys. As I see Mark Gilbert made his way up here. Let's go ahead and bring up Mark. Let's get a word with him. Hey, Mark. Zach in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, Zach. What's going on?
Hey, man, dude. You were quick tonight. You were putting on a show. How were you getting that bottom to work, man? Nobody else was getting it done like that.
I don't know. I thought the car was really good all over the track tonight, which is the only reason I think I could go forward there. They were just everybody was kind of committed to the top, and I would just roll it in, just keep it smooth around the bottom. It just seemed to get some good traction off with nobody else down there. I think I was the only one using it.
Well, man, you looked real good tonight. I believe you got hard chargers, so congratulations on that. Extra 5 bonus points on that. But there on that restart, you were giving Brian Dickens all he could handle. Seemed like a couple corners, you guys laid a little fenders to each other. Rubbin's racing, it was all clean. But did you think you could get him?
I thought for sure I was going to get him, but I tell you, racing with Brian and Logan there, that was a ton of fun the entire race. We were just felt like I was door to door the entire time. And I mean, all in all, it was real clean, I thought. So it was fun. Congratulations to Brian on his second there and Patrick on the win.
Yeah, man, they did a good job, but you did great as well, man. So you got anybody you want to thank on that third place finish tonight?
Everybody over at Venom Racing and RCP Cockpits. Cool rig they got me in here. W Energy, Focus, Concentration Energy to get through these races. Zach for great broadcast. You always do a great job. So that's it.
Well, hey, man, really appreciate it, and we hope to have you again back next week, Mark.
All right, Zach. We'll see you.
Yep. Congratulations. That's Mark, our third place finisher. Let's go ahead and bring up the man who put on a hell of a show there at the end. Battled real hard for second. Brian Dickens, you got a copy?
Got you, buddy.
Hey, man, dude, you were I kind of told Mark, he was the only one making the bottom work, and I'll be damned, dude, you were the only one making the middle work. How were you doing that? Were you driving it in real hard, or were you driving it in soft and worried about that exit speed?
I could drive it in decently hard. I mean, I had to move down there because I'm just not used to running these cars, and I was just going to collect a wall if I stayed up there with Patrick.
Amen, dude. I don't know how he does that. I was talking about on the broadcast. He gets so close to that wall. I'm the same way. If I get up there, that right front's gone in a lap.
Yeah, no doubt, buddy.
But, dude, congratulations on the second place finish tonight, man. You looked real good, and it's all in all, it's a good points night. So you got anybody you want to thank?
Hammer Down Racing Boys, Joe, Brandon, and Kurt. Dirt Track Bank, of course. C2C. GY6RN Racing Network. You for doing the broadcast, I think, only. And,
yeah, not too sure what happened tonight. I called up here in reserves.
Well, we appreciate you filling in, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime. It was a pleasure having you, and it was a good race, Brian. Hopefully I have you again next week, man.
All right, man. Thanks.
That's Brian Dickens, your second place finisher. Now we'll bring up your leader, Patrick Spangler, the high side banger, man. You were in your own league tonight. Talk to us a little about the race.
Yeah, I was reffing a hockey game and we overbooked referees, so I left, came home, and then I saw the session was stopped because I think there's some Travis had to cancel there. So I joined the session in at qualifying and didn't turn a lap. Just got lucky the top side came in, especially after that restart. I feel bad for Brandon and Anthony. It would have been a fun race with them up there. Just I don't think they realized the run I had up there, and it was unfortunate. But yeah, I've been racing a lot of late models this week just because I'm not a big fan of the sprints right now. And yeah, that was fun today.
Yeah, man. Well, you said it. It's just a tough deal. They kind of didn't know you were there, but I mean that your whole car was there, and you were in front of them a little bit. So you just pulled a heck of a run out of 4 at the right time. I talked about it under that first caution. I thought the high side was going to come in, and man, dude, you just put it right up there against the wall in turn 4, and that was the winning move of the race. So congratulations on your win. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, just you for filling in there and always helping out the league, whatever, however you can. Roger run the league. Train Wheels Racing, Dudex Sim Designs for the design. Again, you for delaying the start a little bit, and yeah, hopefully carry the momentum in next week.
Well, there's your winner, the 39 of Patrick Spangler, man. Congratulations, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you again here on Monday night.
Thanks.
Alrighty, well, that's going to do it, everybody. Normally, we'll go to an Xfinity broadcast, but I'm your current points leader, so no chance. I am not racing that tonight, so thank you for joining along with us. It's been my pleasure here with Shaggy TV on C2 on the Coast to Coast Racing channel on YouTube. Thankful to have you here, and join us again next Monday night here for Monday Night Madness, as I believe we're at William Grove Speedway, my hometown, Mechanicsburg, PA. So, like I say, join us on Monday night, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.